Listen to this very well. Good morning. Anything that takes you away from God is not from God. The source of anything determines the sustenance of that thing. This teaching is one of the deepest teaching I'm going to give on this particular page. Don't skip it, follow it. I want to tell you a story, real life story. There was a man that was having a financial challenge. The man stays in Abuja, Nigeria, FCT. This man was down. Listen to this very well. And this man, while praying and fasting, this man promised God, went into a covenant with God, told God, God, if you bless me, I will build churches for you. If you bless me, I will make sure that the money you are giving to me, I will use it to build churches for you. And people will stay in that church and serve you. God heard the prayer because God is a covenant God. God is an entrepreneur. I've said this severally. God is a covenant. When you make covenant ahead, it means you are serious. God heard the prayer. One thing led to the other. Within 2 months, this man started getting businesses and contracts, and this man became stinkingly rich, became wealthy, and was building churches for God. Single-handedly, from beginning, from foundation to instrumental to everything, build and hand over to church. Then one of his friends came to him and told him, you dey mumu. You know, say church na business. Say all these pastors, they chop tithes, they chop offering, they make money from church. Why you go they build church, they dash people? Why you go do that kind? Ibi mumu. This man forgot the covenant he had with God, the God that blessed him, not his friend. And this is a real life story. Some of you will know this man I'm talking about in Abuja, Nigeria. And this man stopped his covenant with God, stopped building churches, and even stopped all the things he was doing. And things started going bad for him. As I speak to you right now, the man is living as a tenant in Nasarawa side. There's a border between Nasarawa and FCT. Now there the man go collect flat. The man has gone down. Whatever takes you away from God is not from God. Most times in life, some people have challenges, money challenges, children, marital challenges. God, I need a child. This child is going to serve you. And because while you're making that prayer, you entered the covenant and you made certain promises to God. God heard the promises and gave you that thing you want. And then you stopped that thing you promised and you forget. Some of the friends advising you, they were not there when you were making that covenant with your creator. If God gives you money, only God can sustain that money. That's why I tell all these Yahoo boys, we go they sell their soul to Ekwensu because of car that will expire by this time next 2 years. Because of that kind of car, it will expire by this time next 2 years. Whatever gives you money, that is what will sustain your money. Now the difference between God's money and that kind of money is that God is a God of process. But there you want to do shortcuts. So they will tell you nothing, just do this. And then you do, and the money starts coming. After some time, that thing will start asking for your family members and asking for some things that you cannot provide. A lot of young boys will buy mysteriously in the next 2-3 years. A lot of young boys, they will buy mysteriously. You no go know what to buy them. You know why? What gave them the money came to collect things. They refused to release those things that into their life. It's going to happen. For you that is chasing hot money, for you that is chasing ogwego, for you that is chasing juju money, yahoo money, consequences they come. Back to my storyline. Don't allow the blessings of God to take away from God. If God blesses you with something and that thing start taking its place in your life, God will take that thing. That is why God asked for Isaac. Abraham was childless for years, and God gave Abraham Isaac. And Isaac was occupying the position of God in Abraham's life. When Abraham wakes up, he prays to God, communes with God, spends time with God. When Isaac came, Abraham unknowingly started loving God, started loving Isaac more than God. That was why God said, give me Isaac, your only son. And when God now saw that Abraham could give it out, it took Abraham time to think. Abraham cried, Abraham lamented. Was said, well, God brought and God took. When God now saw that Abraham could, if to say God no stop Abraham find that boy. In the mind of Abraham, Isaac was already RIP. When God now saw that, yes, okay, Isaac is not taking my place in Abraham's life, God said, don't touch that child. Whatever is taking the place of God in your life, God will take that thing. especially if you enter the covenant with God. Oh God, I need promotion in my office. The money I make from that promotion, I use to serve you. I need promotion. God granted your request and gave you promotion. Because of that promotion, no longer have time for God. Go back. Go back. Oh God in heaven, please grant me this child. Once I have this child will serve you. You now have the child. And what happened? You forgot the covenant. God is a covenant keeping God. Don't allow anything to come in between you and the love of God. This is a teaching for a lot of people, because some people are already derailing. God, give me more business expansion. God, give me more money. God, give me access to king and royalties. God, open doors to nations for you, and you forgot about going to church. You stopped going to church. God, if you bless me financially, I will use my money to serve you. And God, that is why whenever somebody is preaching against tithe and offering, don't argue with that person. For people like me, there is no kind of preaching you will give to me that will make me forget my source. The source of something is the sustenance of that thing. If juju bring, how many of you, I think I'm going to work on, there's a video I'm bringing, because a lot of people are missing it out. There are two kingdoms on earth, the kingdom of God and the other kingdom. Know where you belong and service that place very well. So people that are in another kingdom, they're coming to deceive you. Don't pay your tithe, don't pay your offering, don't give to the growth of God, and you are momishly listening to that kind of advice. What's the title of this message? Whatever brings your wealth will sustain your wealth. Bible says that the blessings of God, it maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. Go back to your love for Christ. Anything that you promised to God, because a lot of people have made that mistake. I made that mistake. Hey God, once you bless me financially, and when bam, all of a sudden financial blessings came, businesses, travelings, a lot of activities, and then you forgot. So let this message bring us back to who gave us that blessing. Thou shalt remember the Lord your God, for it is God that giveth you power to make wealth. Don't make wealth and forget the God that gave you that power to make wealth. Money is so powerful that if you're not careful, money can take away your time for God. The only thing that Jesus Christ compared to God is mammon. The only thing that Jesus Christ in the New Testament compared to God is what? Is mammon. Say, you cannot serve God and mammon, because money has a way of drawing your attention away from God. And if you're not careful, you forget the God that giveth you that power. And when you stay away from God, Satan will enter. Let this be a teaching for you today. Don't forget to share this video. Love your God. And any covenant you go and think. This video, some people are going to think. This video is going to make a lot of people come back to their first love for Christ. Some people, they needed something. They needed something. And while they were praying for that thing, you were there with God alone. You were there with God alone when you made that promise. When you entered that covenant, now blessings of God came. And you forgot the covenant you had with God. And started listening to friends that were not there when you had that covenant. Friends that could not solve that problem for you, that God came through for you. Share this video. And if you have made this mistake, come back right away. Have a nice day. Bye.